You don't get to micromanage somebody else's fear. Let me say that again. You do not get to micromanage another person's fear. If you come to my house at 3 a.m. in the morning and you are kicking and banging on the door to my home, and I have enough time to call 911 and say, oh my gosh, I think I'm in the middle of a home burglary, because I promise that is what I'm going to think. It's never going to cross my mind that it's, what do they call it now? Kick and run? Ding dong kick and run? That's not going to cross my mind, friends. I'm going to be like, yo, police, you need to get to my address. Someone is attempting to break into my home. If I've had time to call the police, report a possible burglary, come out of my bedroom and to the door that you're still kicking on, friends, that's not ding dong kick and run. That is attempted breaking and entering.
Physical force threat, allowing you to use deadly physical force to stop that person in a breaking into your home. Now, someone trying to commit a burglary is different than someone who trespasses onto your property and doesn't present a deadly physical force threat. And now in this case, how do you know which is which? Was the homeowner just overreacting to somebody ringing the doorbell? Or were these teens kicking and banging on the door in a way which would make someone fearful that a burglary was being committed and allowed them to respond to that perceived threat with deadly physical force? Well, police and prosecutors decided to let a jury decide who has the right end of the stick. They didn't charge the teens with burglary for kicking on the door. They charged the homeowner for murder.
Arrested for second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and firearms charges. Tyler Chase Butler faced a judge this morning. The 27-year-old is ordered to stay in jail without bond after he was accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Massaponic High senior Michael Bosworth.
Have a male with a gunshot wound to the chest.
The sheriff's office says Butler fired shots at Bosworth and two other teenagers because he thought they were breaking into his house along Mackenzie Lane in Fredericksburg. It happened around 3 a.m. Saturday. The documents reveal a much different story. They say the two other teens who survived.
Because if I don't open the door with a pew-pew, I'm going to release the two beasts that I trained for home protection. Now, let me explain to you why I'm upset about this. So welcome back, folks. My name is Samantha. I am your YouTube channel of common sense and knowledge. So I'm the owner and operator of a 2-acre farmstead in Southeast Louisiana. Yes, I played knock, knock, run, ding, dong, run, call people on the phone. Is your refrigerator running? It is. You better catch it. Yeah, did all that. I'm a 70s baby. All right. But I never backed my little butt up to somebody's front door, raised my knee, and began to horse kick your door. I didn't run and leap sideways like a ninja and kick your door. I and 3 or 4 of my almost grown men-sized friends did not start banging and kicking on your home. Because no matter how the parents and the kids that are still alive want to paint this, that's attempted breaking and entering, my friends. So there is a deadly TikTok challenge that's been around now since 2023, and people are really beginning to die from this. There were the 3 teenagers in California that were run off the road. Here's the clip.
It's called Ding Dong Ditch. Kids ringing doorbells and making a run for it. The prank is even featured in this ad for the Ring doorbell. But now Ding Dong Ditch has turned tragic for these 3 teens. Cops say they did the prank, and the homeowner in Riverside County, California was so furious he pursued them in his car and then intentionally ran them off the road. 16-year-old best friends Daniel Hawkins, Drake Ruiz, and Jacob Ivascu were all killed in the collision. 3 other teens survived the crash, including the driver, who says they were horrified when homeowner Anuraj Chandra chased them down in his car and rammed into them.
So guys, I was demonetized. I'm telling y'all again, I really need your help. I'm not joking. Like, I really do. I wouldn't ask if I didn't need your help. So please pray about it. think about it, remember that in a lot of the stuff that you hear, things that you're made aware of, is because I say it first. And please look in the top of comments and row with us. Help us to be able to continue to do this. We only have 2 weeks to go before I can reapply to monetize. 2 weeks. I only need your help for a little bit longer, so please consider supporting us. And here recently, a trio of 18-year-old men went to a gentleman's house, kicking and banging on this man's door at 3 a.m. in the morning. He had time to call the police. There's an attempted burglary. Someone's trying to break into my home, come down the stairs with his weapon and discharge it twice, hitting one and killing him, hitting one and injuring. And of course, the other friend ran. Now, what the teenagers are telling the police is this was just ding dong dash, doorbell dash. We just rang the bell and ran. No, friends, this is not what that is. And now an innocent man is sitting in jail with murder charges. And I'm not understanding this, because when did parents start losing track of their kids at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? And who told these young people that this was a good idea? TikTok did. People like
Trend is starting to take off right now. You're gonna film yourself surprising somebody, and then at the end of it, say ding dong.
I had someone ask me earlier, what is up with that young boys clip, this clip that you play occasionally saying Mr. Priest? The reason I play that is there is the biggest YouTuber in the world is called Mr. Beast. And he is one of those that is into all these TikTok trends and challenges that your children are doing. Folks, get your babies off social media. They have no place. They don't have the brain capacity to understand that this is going to end up ending lives. Now, I'm going to say this, and some people are going to get mad, and I personally don't give two rat behinds. Thank God the man that shot was black and that it was a white kid that died. Because had it been the other way around, we would have to hear how this innocent black boy was just knocking on this white man's door and he killed him because he hated him because he was black. And you all know it's true, so don't even try to
That involves a TikTok challenge that involves kicking a front door before the occupants answer plays out over and over, many asking not to be identified for fear of being targeted.
So Steven just came home from work, folks, and I walked up and I showed him the clip I just showed you, and I said, Pumpkin, if that was happening at 2 or 3 in the morning,
I look like a pumpkin.
What would you do? And well, I can't repeat it, but it would be just what the black gentleman was just arrested for. Folks, you don't have a right to gauge how someone is going to respond to what looks and sounds like breaking and entering.
When you're kicking the door, that is literally somebody trying to break and enter.
He has not seen this video, folks. I promise you. It's just that we are like-minded.
Well, I've seen a bunch of them stupid TikToks or whatever they are, where they run up to not apartments, but motel rooms. The college students and stuff was doing it, kicking the next college room people. Hey, you come to that house right there? You ain't walking from my house.
No, because let me tell y'all something.
This pumpkin's gonna get you.
He is going to get you too. We travel with our 2A also. America and mainly Democrat cities are very dangerous right now. You imported 30 million illegal aliens into our country. We have an aging boomer population that is fearful. Look, my parents are 83 and 81. If you were doing that to my parents' door in the middle of the night, I would want my parents to protect themselves first and then worry about what you were doing second. People, get your children. Get your kids. This is not funny. It's not a prank. It's not the same thing that you and I did in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. This is attempted breaking and entering any way you cut it. And to hold people accountable for a death that the parent and TikTok and trend should be held accountable for is mind-blowing to me. It just really is. This doesn't make any sense. Is it horrifying? Yeah. Did the kids mean harm? No. But here's the thing about self-defense.
Common sense.
Yeah, guys. It is. It's common sense. And let me tell you something else going to really make some of y'all mad. It's natural selection. It's natural selection. We understood that in the 70s and the 80s. Some of us made it and some of us didn't because we weren't, we didn't have a lot of common sense and we just didn't know how to survive. Now you got these kids walking around in bubble wrap and helmets and mouth guards, and then they steal in their own lives by doing something ignorant like this. Now, I know that's not a popular opinion, but this is why we need to bring common sense back to this country. Stop making excuses for your children's actions. You attempted to break and enter into a man's home at 3 a.m. and he was protecting his family. And I don't care who likes it. I'm on that gentleman's side. Free that man. How about instead of raising money, Carmelo Anthony, who stabbed an innocent boy, how about let's make sure this man doesn't rot in prison for these idiots kicking his door at 3 a.m. I mean, come on, you guys. I'm just getting sick of it. Seriously. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully some of you will row in our boat.